Well, this is quite the bombshell in the coaching carousel of college football. Although we kind of knew this is where things were going to be heading, it's pretty shocking that this is actually going to happen. According to Inside Carolina and a lot of other people out there, the Tar Heels are naming Bill Belichick as their next head coach. Before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. According to Inside Carolina, UNC's Board of Trustees is working on setting up an emergency meeting to approve Bill Belichick's new contract. Pending approval from UNC's Board of Trustees, he's going to be replacing Mac Brown, who was fired just a couple of weeks ago. Now, as everyone knows, Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches in football history, and many will argue he's the greatest NFL coach of all time. He spent the last year not coaching after he left the Patriots after spending decades there. Now, myself and many expected that he'd get back to the NFL fairly soon and find a new gig. With 302 career victories, many believed that he was interested in chasing the all-time winning record, which is 328 career victories. And I don't think anybody expected him to be leaving the NFL for college football, let alone going to a team who likely isn't going to be competing for a national championship anytime soon. But with today's state of college football, things could actually change fairly quickly, and North Carolina could become a contender as early as next year. Bill Belichick has zero experience coaching at the collegiate level. Well, I guess at the young age of 72, there's no better time to start than right now. There was this thread yesterday from Ollie Connolly who said Belichick had accepted the gig. Belichick has agreed to become the next UNC coach. He handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible with structure, payment plans, staffing choices, etc., decisions on whether to commit with UNC. He is expected to know their decision within 24 hours. Belichick's Bible would require historic levels of investment from the school, includes salary minimums position by position, and a willingness to hire two staffs, a coaching staff run by Belichick, a recruitment staff run by a sitting college GM who would require a buyout. Belichick has a college and pro version of his updated manual and has shared it with other schools and NFL teams, but he drafted a new one specific to North Carolina that touched on every aspect of the program and school. We'll need to sign off from AD, chancellor, trustees, and boosters. There has already been pushback from the group of 13 trustees with input from wider faculty. The investment would overhaul the school's approach to football. Belichick unsure if the school will meet the demands and is unwilling to negotiate. Now, according to ESPN, there are still issues that both sides need to work through. The article says that currently the ball is in Bill Belichick's court and the North Carolina officials are on board with him becoming the new coach, and a resolution is expected in the near future. One of the biggest issues is the potential role for his son and current Washington defensive coordinator, Stephen Belichick, North Carolina's NAL resources, Belichick's salary, and resources for the staff and reporting structure. Here's more from Inside Carolina on what has gone down over the last few weeks. North Carolina Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham told Inside Carolina on November 27th, a day after the firing of Mac Brown, that creativity and adaptability would be key elements for whomever the Tar Heels choose as their next football coach. Across the last week, sources said the North Carolina Search Committee's initial interview with Bill Belichick on Zoom turned what some presumed to be merely a courtesy conversation into the full-on birth of his candidacy. His depth of preparation and detailed plans for winning big with the Tar Heels made a profound impact. According to sources, North Carolina followed up on that Zoom interview by meeting with Belichick for an extended period of time on Thursday in New York City. Cunningham and New School Chancellor Lee Roberts made the trip. North Carolina discussed contract structure and financial details with Belichick, along with the potential length of his head coaching tenure and his ideas for assembling a coaching staff. Belichick's oldest son, Steve Belichick, is a defensive coordinator in the college ranks now at Washington. Brian Belichick, the youngest son, has remained in the NFL as an assistant coach with the Patriots. According to the article, North Carolina had quite the search process for their next head coach. Their search included discussions with Iowa State coach Matt Campbell, Tulane coach Don Sumrall, Army coach Jeff Moinkin, NFL coaching veteran Steve Wilkes, Georgia defensive coordinator Glenn Schumann, and UNC interim coach Freddie Kitchens. Despite all those names being in the mix, Belichick was the only candidate that North Carolina mentioned to players and recruits on Monday as a potential or expected outcome of the coaching search. Now, there actually is a connection between Bill Belichick and North Carolina. His father, Steve Belichick, worked as an assistant football coach in North Carolina from 1953 through 1955. Here's what Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham told Inside Carolina back on November 27th. Mac Brown has set us up to be really successful long term, with the investment in the facilities, the salaries, the endowment. All those things have been great. So like any other job, and it's cliche, I know, but it's fit. What do we need right now? We've had a Hall of Fame coach. We've got NIL, we've got the transfer portal. We have revenue sharing coming on. So what does this new look of college athletics look like? And who's best to lead our coaches and our players to be successful? I know that's cliche, but it's true. So it's going to be really interesting to watch all of this unfold. I still can't believe that we're going to be getting Bill Belichick coaching at the college ranks. I'm sure there are actually going to be a number of recruits and a lot of players in the transfer portal who are going to want to play under him. So if I were to guess, over the coming weeks and months, North Carolina is going to load up that roster and they're going to look a lot better next year than they did this year. Now, I'm interested to learn more information in the coming days and coming weeks. I'm guessing whenever Bill Belichick has his press conference with North Carolina, he'll go more in depth on this, but I really did think that next season he would be going back to the NFL, he'd be going to a new team, but going to the college ranks, I mean, this really came out of nowhere. I don't understand why he would want to coach college football. Again, especially when you've been in the NFL for so long, unless this was just like a passion project for him. But also going to a team like North Carolina, again, maybe they offered the best package, maybe a bunch of other college programs they couldn't have offered what North Carolina was offering, but this whole thing just really seems kind of crazy, and I think the fact that this all came together as quickly as it did, it makes it that much more unbelievable. But I mean, Bill Belichick, he's a smart guy. I mean, he's a pretty smart coach. I don't think he would just return for any scenario. So whatever he saw with North Carolina, whatever future that they mapped out for him, it must have sounded pretty damn good that he's willing to pass on another chance in the NFL to go down to the college ranks, because coaching college football, that's entirely different than coaching in the NFL. So yeah, I'm still blown away by this. It's crazy to me, but that's why college football is the best. That's why we all love this sport so much, because anything can happen on any given day. So what are your thoughts on this crazy move? Do you think Bill Belichick is doing the right thing by coaching college instead of going back to the NFL? Also, how do you think he's going to do at North Carolina? Do you think they're going to be an average team in the ACC, or do you think he's genuinely going to get this team to be a contender in the ACC next year and potentially contending for the college football playoff? Whatever your thoughts and predictions are on this crazy move, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos all off season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm, and it helps share this video and my channel with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.